They called him an eccentric, a disruptive force, maybe even an alien. But when Ren Hirakawa, the Carp's top pick, declared, "Confidence is not having courage, because I have always challenged life," every analyst in the room felt a deep, unsettling shiver. The exact same sensation that permeated the league 5 years ago when a certain polarizing outfielder debuted in Tohoku. That single quote wasn't just arrogance, it was the unmistakable, potent odor of success wrapped in strategic chaos. And that, my friends, is why we are here at 606 Prime News, to dissect the Hirakawa anomaly, the one player who smells exactly like successful trouble. Let's be blunt. The early reactions, captured in that viral commentary clip, are polarized, and rightfully so. When Hirakawa openly dismisses the Hiroshima Carp's fifth-place finish, equating them to the cellar-dwelling Yakult Swallows, he immediately paints a target on his back. He walks in stating he doesn't know most of his future teammates, calls himself an alien, and claims his intensive training as a switch hitter means he works twice as hard as everyone else. This is not the traditional NPB rookie mold. This is pure, unadulterated Tatsumi scent. You can taste the outrage of the old guard already. Veteran scout Mr. Kishi, who has been documenting talent for 50 years, was quoted privately saying, "He calls himself natural and an alien. I call him unprofessional. If he hits .22, the Carp clubhouse will implode before July." That is the immediate, visceral reaction to this type of bravado. But Kishi, and those who share his sentiment, are missing the point entirely. They see the surface level, the loud mouth, the perceived disrespect. They fail to recognize that the modern Japanese baseball landscape, particularly for a franchise stuck perpetually in the middle tier like Hiroshima, absolutely demands this kind of polarizing figure. Consider the data. Since 2020, the average fan engagement score for the Carp has languished at 6. 8 out of 10, significantly trailing the Hanshin Tigers' 8.5. The team needs drama. They need a villain or a hero so confident he feels like a villain to the opposing fanbase. Hirakawa, the switch hitter, who openly says his personality is weird and that a boring player is a weak player, is the lightning rod they purchased. The comparison to Tatsumi Ryo is inevitable and necessary, but we must understand the nuances. Tatsumi debuted with similar noise, but he backed it up, providing defense that immediately vaulted the Golden Eagles outfield from the bottom third to the league's elite. What we are smelling on Hirakawa is not just big talk, it's the intense, focused dedication required of a switch hitter who must master 2 distinct swings, 2 distinct approaches under professional pressure. When he says he trains twice as hard, he is confirming a fact of his position, not just boosting his ego. Let's delve deeper into the psychological dimension, the true heart of this anomaly. Why the alien persona? Why the bold statements dismissing the need for courage? Because Ren Hirakawa understands the enormous, crippling pressure placed on a Draft 1 switch hitter who is expected to immediately replace the production of a seasoned veteran. If he goes 0 for 5 on opening day, the knives will be out. His alien character isn't arrogance, it's a meticulously crafted shield. Coach Sato, a former NPB infielder turned analyst, argued this eloquently. Look at his comments. He says, "I want to enjoy life, so I challenge new things instead of doing the same thing forever." This isn't philosophical fluff. This is a deliberate refusal to internalize failure. If he performs poorly, the self-talk isn't, "I failed," it's, "The alien failed, and he'll try something new tomorrow." It's the highest form of self-preservation in a high-stakes environment. The counter-argument, often raised by skeptical fans, is that this behavior will poison the traditional seniority-driven Carp clubhouse. They fear he will become a distraction, a sideshow. But here is the critical point, the climax of this entire debate. Distractions only matter if the player can't perform. If Hirakawa hits .280 with 15 home runs and logs a defensive efficiency rating above .980, the veterans will line up to accept his alien status. Tatsumi's success wasn't predicated on being quiet, it was predicated on delivering elite production. What Hirakawa is doing, consciously or unconsciously, is maximizing his public narrative to ensure maximum professional leeway. He is creating an open loop of curiosity around himself. If he fails, it's a funny spectacle. If he succeeds, he's a legend who dared to defy the status quo.
The commentary noted, it seems he might accidentally say something he shouldn't. And yes, that is precisely the thrill. The high wire act is the appeal. When he suggested he counts the Swallows as non-existent because the Carp were only one game ahead of them, he was doing something genuinely valuable for a team that desperately needs fire. He was providing a rallying point for the fans, even if it meant irritating everyone else.
The plot twist is this. The Tatsumi scent isn't about arrogance, it's about strategic volatility. It is the belief that success is so inevitable that one can afford to annoy everyone else on the way up. Hirakawa's declaration that he wants to seek new challenges rather than repeat the familiar is a declaration of growth mindset rarely seen in rookies. This confidence is exactly what Hiroshima needs to break their recent stasis.
He is the ultimate high-risk, high-reward pick, an intoxicating mix of talent and defiance. The fate of the Carp's next 5 years rests entirely on whether the double practice translates into double the production, or if the alien crash lands. We've smelled this scent before, and usually it smells like championships. Now tell me, do you think Ren Hirakawa's confidence is the harbinger of a Carp renaissance, or just a temporary anomaly destined to burn out?
Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow fans, and subscribe to 606 Prime News for the deepest dives into the world of Japanese baseball.